Hello everyone, welcome back to James's Workshop, and today we're exploring a brand new category, keyboards. And that was the sound of the AULA Win60. It's packing magnetic switches, rapid trigger, and a super compact layout, all for a price that severely undercuts the big gaming brands such as Wooting and Razer. But is a budget magnetic keyboard actually good enough for competitive gaming, or are there hidden compromises? Well, let's find out in today's review. Inside the package, we're first greeted with a 30-second quick operation guide. And below that, we have our keyboard, packaged inside another plastic wrap. Now, after that, we have two accessories. First, on the right-hand side, we get 3 spare screws for the keyboard internals, and 2 extra switches, which is magnetic. Now, this means that the board is hot swappable, and on the left-hand side, we have a standard 1.5 USB-C cable, a metal keycap holder, and a woven strap that can be attached to the side of the keyboard. And with that, that is all of the accessories that is received with the keyboard. Alright, let's get into the main event. Now, pulling out the AULA Win60 out of its plastic wrap, my first initial impressions is that it feels surprisingly solid in the hands. It got quite a bit of weight to it, and it feels nicely made. It is a 60% layout, which means it should be perfect for maximizing your desk space and giving your mouse plenty of room to move. And just giving the keys a couple of quick taps, even though this is a budget-friendly plastic build, it doesn't sound overly hollow or cheap, and it actually has a really nice rigid weight to it. With the cable, it is a 1.5 meter USB to USB-C cable, which should give you plenty of length if you route it cleanly throughout your desk setup. And next up, we got 2 extra magnetic switches, which confirms that the board is fully hot swappable if you ever need to replace one. Then we have this woven strap for the side of the keyboard. Then you get a standard metal keycap holder, and surprisingly, there are also 3 spare internal screws, which is really thoughtful if you plan on opening the board up to mod it later. And finally, picking the board back up and looking at the profile, the USB-C port is tucked cleanly away on the back left side to keep your cables looking stealthy. Now, moving on to the build, we can't forget to talk about how heavy this keyboard is. After all, this is a wired keyboard without any Bluetooth connectivity nor battery. Now, bringing out a normal kitchen scale, we can see that the keyboard itself weighs in at around 636 grams. And if we do add the cable onto this comes up to exactly 680 grams. Now, this weight isn't too bad for a normal keyboard, however, considering that this is a 60% keyboard, it is quite heavy. And speaking about the build quality, let's have a listen to it. As you just heard, there is no creaking sounds from the keyboard and there is no dead frets nor bending. The quality is phenomenal and there's little to complain about. So, let's talk about these magnetic switches. Normal keyboards use metal pins that have to physically touch to register a click. However, the Win60 uses magnets instead. Basically, there is a magnet inside the keycap stem, and a sensor underneath that tracks exactly how far down you press it. So why does it matter? There's 2 big reasons. First, you get adjustable actuation. You can go into the software and decide exactly how deep you need to press a key for it to work. And secondly is rapid trigger. The key resets the split second you start lifting your finger, and you don't have to wait for the key to physically pop back up to press it again. So for shooter games such as Valorant, It is literally game changing. So, what is the verdict? For the price, the AULA Win60 is honestly hard to beat. You're getting a heavy, solid build and the exact same rapid trigger tech that people are paying well over $150 on a premium keyboard. Sure, the case is plastic, and the software might not be as flashy as Razer or Wooting's. However, the raw gaming performance is absolutely there. If you want to try out magnetic switches and get that competitive edge in shooters without emptying your wallet, this is a massive win.